approach to convening fellows is that the goal here from the beginning was always that we would encourage you to explore the possibility of joint expression, and that the wonderful, and I think from the parts that I saw, just extraordinarily rich conversations that you've had, might produce something that could impact the world beyond the narrow field of an individual context. And Jared, do you want to talk a little bit about how that...
I would love to, but I need the clicker.
All right, so we're going to do an experiment.
It's a clicker required.
There you go, collaboration at work in front of you.
Yeah, it's a low-pressure environment to present a brand new paper with your 5 co-authors watching. So our conversations at Bellagio, as you can imagine from our backgrounds, were quite wide-ranging. And I think it took us a little bit of time to settle into the territory that we were most interested in. And I think we all agree quite quickly that one of the focuses of our conversation would not be about sort of broad level resilience, but about community resilience. And when we say that, like how can resilience be fostered by the communities themselves instead of something that is kind of poured on top of it from some type of outside source? So we started thinking about community resilience, and we started to think about data. And where we got to was this idea that we could produce a kind of framework for people to think around these issues. And geometry helped us a little bit here, and we ended up with this idea of what we call the hexagon. And the hexagon has 6 things attached to it. And here what we're trying to suggest is that for thinking to be effective around community resilience and data, we think that people should be considering 6 different things. And if you look at the thinking that you're doing, and you can see some weak areas, maybe those are places that you need to bolster. So it acts as a mechanism to strengthen thinking, but also as kind of a way to maybe start some new ideas. So let me walk you around the hexagon really quickly, and then we'll get into a broader conversation. So at the very top of the hexagon, on purpose at the top of the hexagon, we kind of look at it as our kind of guiding point of this shape is ethics. This is something that a lot of us in this group have been thinking and talking about, that a lot of the dialogue around data has really not considered what effects are these technologies and these acts of measurement happening on the people who are being measured. And so in this domain, we talk about things like rights and fairness and agency, and really trying to encourage people to have a clear set of guidelines before they undertake action that involves data. The next piece of the puzzle is governance. This combines both public policy and private policy. This is maybe something that has become a lot clearer over the last few months with the news about the NSA and the leaks from Snowden. And